Welcome along to another tutorial, guys, for Horsebox Streams. Today it is all about Racelabs. This is an amazing app, whether you're racing or doing broadcasting and doing commentary. It's such a useful app. The overlays are just beautiful, and how tidy you can have them as well. And then obviously it's stacked full of information as well for the racers. Now you can use this on iRacing, Formula 1, obviously a set of course, the Competizione, which I use it for, and R Factor 2. So you can use it in any of these games, obviously on PC. And thanks to Racelabs as well, they've given me a 1 month free subscription to the premium membership for everyone. Just press on the link below, and I'm going to leave a link for Racelabs as well below to download. It's only about $3.99 or $3.50 a month. It's very cheap, but it's 100% worth it, 100% worth it. And especially if you're doing commentary, to give your stream that extra bit of a snap over anyone else. So in the next section here now, I'm going to start going through what's in the app, especially for the overlays, and then how to edit them, and I'm going to show exactly how I've done it as well and the reason why. Now, so look, I'm going to go through everything one by one and show you how to add it in. Now you can make it all very personal how you like, going through all the bits through the whole lot, but that's very personal. I'll go through obviously the ones I use when I'm commentating, so any commentators out there, you kind of get a gist of what's nice and tidy and, you know, will look nice. And then yeah, for everyone else then, just kind of what you'd use if you're racing. So obviously the relatives is very important. So when you open up relatives, I just have it sitting there. Now you can change the widgets. I was just messing around there. You can have airtime, so anything that you really want to see, but at the same time you're probably not really going to be looking at that, and you can look at your ELO game there. So it's nice and handy to have that there. The next thing is standings. I absolutely love this overlay. It's phenomenal, like with the detail that's in it. So as you see there, shows that it's in GT3, the session timer, the stop timer. It's absolutely brilliant. And then it shows how many laps you've done in a row as well. And then I have flicking through the likes of the fastest lap and stuff, which I'll go through in a second. And you can adjust everything from the font to, you know, whatever way you want it, semi-bold. It's absolutely brilliant. So if the session timer at the top for the widgets, you could have anything you want there. I have multi-class on as well. That's because I just like having the GT3 there. I think it looks nice. So I have chosen first lane last time for that, so it sits out quite nicely. So the driver class is on. Then we have the driver number, which is on. I just have it as 0 because the car I'm in. Car brand is on, gives you that lovely Aston Martin logo there. Color car brand, yes, it looks nicer than not having it on. So that's all part of the Pro, which is you're gonna get for a month free as well, guys. Positions changed, that'll come up there. Interval distance will come up there. Gap distance will come up there. Top speed, I don't really bother having that on. I don't think it's really necessary. Nationality is good, but a lot of people don't have their nationality, so it comes up as NA, so I just leave it off because it just saves anything, especially if you're doing commentating. It's quite frustrating otherwise. And then I just have driver tag and driver tag color, and I have the driver license rating off. That's all LFM stuff. Your reference for driver, your lap times, fast lap, lap time, lap delta, everything's on there. Pit info as well is all turned on, and that's why your Pro is important for completed stint timer and all, so you can see how long they were stopped for. While you're racing, that can be quite interesting. So when you're just say after pitting and you come out ahead and then they're pitting, you kind of want to know where you are relevant to them, so that's quite handy as well. And streaming info, I've never touched that. I never really bother too much with that stuff. The next thing then, the H standings. I absolutely love this. So if you are a commentator, this is a dream, because if people want to know where someone is, it comes up here with the gap, gives the lap. It's absolutely phenomenal. Now I have this fair enough, so the temperature there, but also the temperature there, the session information, so we're in practice, and then the driver's name that you're on, and then the lap counter as well, because some information you cannot pull up, the likes of realistically the air temperature and other bits like speed and stuff like that of the drivers. You're not going to pull up what gear they're in, that kind of stuff. So you're better off just having that nice and simple and plain, and genuinely it looks well. So I'm just going to get rid of the relatives, so I'm acting as if the commentators are looking through this as well. So H standards for me is an absolute must. And then the same thing again, you can adjust that whatever way you'd like. And I have the rotation on at speed of 5, it's just enough. It goes through exactly like that, showing you the delta between the cars. And then the car that you're on is highlighted. It's absolutely brilliant. So then the next thing we have is the delta bar. So if you are driving and racing, this is absolutely brilliant. So you'll have it here, like wherever you want, obviously. With that, it's going to show up your uptime, downtime, your personal best and predicted best then on each lap as well. It's absolutely brilliant. Very, very nice delta bar. Then the next thing we've got is the lap timing. So the lap timing, like you can have that just kind of sitting wherever you want. So I'll open up the overlay just to show you it. I used to have it up in the corner, so it shows my personal best when you're driving around. So if anyone's watching your stream, it's nice to have that there. It's just a nice little brag if you're fast, that is. I'm going to close that off. So the next thing we have is the fuel calculator. This is more if you're going into the pits and you're kind of unsure. It's not a tool I really use. Some people may use it or not. It's not one I really delve much into in this. Then we have the flags up next. Is brilliant. I normally have it sitting in around here, so it's in my eye line when I'm racing. But it's also handy having that then for commentary. If I'm using it for commentary, I move it up a bit further out of the way so it's not in the way of the viewer's eye line. Advanced panel is solely really if you're racing. Unfortunately, this wouldn't be something you'd use if you're doing commentary. So that comes up there. It's a nice little overlay to have. It shows you the track status, 5 RPM and everything. Obviously it's fully adjustable, and with the Pro you can adjust the likes of your font, you can have the info bar, so there's extra stuff for the Pro that you don't get with the other one there, so you can add in extra information. So honestly, the subscription is that cheap. I would 100% go with it. And by the way, they do not sponsor this video, and I'll make sure I say that in the start. We do, like, I don't take any sponsorship from anyone. These are just apps that I've used and I'm very, very happy with, and they were very, very kind to offer the 1 month free premium to anybody who wants to give it a go. But yeah, very, very handy if you're racing, not so handy if you're doing commentary. Blind spot as well is a very, very good thing to have, and have it kind of in the middle of the screen as well if you are unsure of your blind spots, so you can have it there as well. And with that then obviously it goes to show, it gives you a warning if someone's close to you. It's nice and handy. It's probably a little bit better than the little thing that comes up, and a very useful tool as well while racing, not so useful for commentary. Next bit, input telemetry. Pretty much what it says in the tin. How much throttle you're on, how much brake pressure you're on, and then the steering angle as well. So it gives you all that input telemetry there. That's more for if you're wanting to kind of look back over your own data and see where you could be going a bit better or a bit smoother on or off throttle. Very, very handy to have as well. I'll just pop it in and show you what it looks like. So it goes up there. Obviously I'm not driving, but I'll turn on a few of these and do a lap by the end of the actual video as well, and we'll go through that. So next things next is the head-to-head. I love this. It's an absolutely brilliant little kit. So it's just a nice little thing to show you the little fight that's going on between the top three, with you obviously in the middle, and it shows your gap to the person in front, and obviously how far you are ahead of the car behind. Very, very, very handy tool, and how much time you're gaining as well. I love it, absolutely love it. Next thing is the flat map. I don't use it because I use the amazing H standings. I've no need for that flat map. That makes no difference to me whatsoever. Some people might like that, I might want to use it. It's a handy thing to have there anyway, and it's nice to be able to edit it. Next in the track map here, I absolutely love it. It's my favorite track map in existence. It's super, super smooth, gives you the car number, a position of where the people are. So even if you're watching as a viewer, and sometimes as a comms as well, if you're on a back marker and you want to know where the race leader is, you can just look at the track map and you'll be able to see that then. So say we are on a car 12, we're like, oh, car 12 is after being lapped by the leader, whereas second place could be down to, I don't know where second place is in this, it's not shown because it is what it is, but I can say sixth place is, you know, down the road from it. It's very, very handy for position or finding out the position of cars on track. And it's also handy when you're telling the story of the race to kind of say, okay, we're on with the race leader now, car number 2 is coming out of the last turn, but he does have to pit, and you know, you can kind of give that story. It's quite handy as well, but it's by far the best track map out there anywhere. I'll leave that on anyway actually. Next thing, the data blocks. I love it just because it shows the name of the track, and I think it's brilliant. So we're on with Monza here, and obviously you can position this, so while this is unlocked, by the way, you can move all these around and put them whatever position that you do like. I know for myself, I like having them where they are. Next thing is pit box helper. This is handy going into the pits. Let you know that your pit limiter is on or off, and yeah, shows you the speed and delta, and obviously the tire wear and temperatures and stuff like that as well. So very handy tool if you want to know what your tire wear is when you're going into the pits. And yeah, look, same thing again, you can mess around with this as much as you want. There's loads of other bits on that. Does it pop up? There you go, just to show you the pop-up on it. I turn that over the title thing off, the overlay title. I don't like it. It's much cleaner that way. But yeah, that is that. And then lap time log, very handy if you want to keep an eye on your consistency. So you'd have it there, and you'd have, I have a setting for 5 laps, is it? Or 6 laps. So obviously you can adjust that up to what you want, and it'll adjust it there. But look, to be honest with you, I think if you're staying consistent within 6 laps, you don't really need to use up too much space with that. And the same thing, you can adjust it around as well. There's some things you may or may not need the Pro for, but see all these with the little diamond side, that's what you need to use for Pro. You can use the rest free of charge, but if you want to get all the extra features and have all the extra diamonds and or bits and bobs in it, that's what you need, is the Pro version. It's so cheap at €4 a month max. And look, with that, guys, it's still a free app anyway. You'll still be able to use some of the stuff for free, the likes of the H standards and that. So it's absolutely phenomenal. So lap time graph is there. And I've never actually used it. I probably should use it just to see what it does actually look like. But no, that's what the lap graph looks like there. And then we're on to the lap time spread next. I love this. I used it in 1 or 2 of the videos I had done, or commentary videos should I say, I've done not too long ago. And the joys about it is you can have this on another screen. And what I was doing then was adding this in and out, so every hour or 2 I pop that up just to show people who had the fastest lap, because you could have someone that's in 20 might have a faster lap overall than someone ahead, and it shows throughout position. So it's a super cool feature that was added not too long ago there. So, and it's great with Racelabs, the guys that are always updating as well. But yeah, so I'm going to just show what I use when I am streaming, but also I'm just going to go through, I'm going to put on pretty much a bit of everything just to show you what's there. So session relatives is not important because I'm not racing against anyone. So I have the standings open there. Now with the standings, you've seen all the bits on them. The H standings is going to be on. It's just because I have this open that it's been blocked. So then next of all, the delta bar, I'm going to add that in. I'm going to move it across because I like to have it nice and, well, as much as tidy as I can. Lap time, I'm gonna, yeah, we'll add that in for the crack. We'll leave it at the top corner. Fuel calculator, I don't feel to need it. Flags, I'll try and make a yellow flag happen to show you that as it pops up. The advanced panel, sure, why not? I'm going to bring the car for a spin, so no harm. Blind spot, yeah, I'll leave that on. Oh, sorry, that was already in my overlay. Input telemetry, I'll turn it on to show, but look, at the end of the day, my input telemetry is going to be all over the shop. Because yeah, I'm actually using controller, guys, at present. So the head-to-head, no need for that. Well, I'll leave it in it just so you can see it, but it's not going to do anything for the simple fact that I'm not going head-to-head with anyone. So it's all about making this tidy as well. I'm just opening up everything to show you. Obviously you don't need it. I've never used a flat map. Will I open it up for the crack? I'm going to open it up for the crack and put it up the top just to see what it looks like. We need to make it bigger anyway. Oh Jesus. Over there, West, sure. Well, that's a bit too long. Right. Let me see. I'll go one more with this scale. Let's pull it up to the top. So it's in. Right, so I've never used that before. Track map is on. Data block is on. That's the Mons of it, so I'll pull that back up to there. Pitbox helper, I might as well have it on. I'm going to go into the pits. That should pop up. I just want to set it all nice and even so it doesn't look all over the place. Lap time log is on there, the graph, and then a lap time spread. There's no need for that in the next bit. So we're going to go to track next, guys, and go Trevor, and sorry for my rambling. It's a common thing now. Now here we are, we're going to go to track, guys. So let's do one lap, and you'll see the input telemetry working there. Green obviously for accelerator, red for brake. The blue is going into neutral. Right, so you see the pit limiter off now, the speed going up, so the pit box thing works as well. The only thing is, it's not going to show any kind of tyre temp in terms of colour or tyre wear, but the simple fact is that I'm in practice here at the minute. But you'll see everything else working. You'll see the rev counter, the speed, telling you the track's fast. Brake bias is there also, traction control, and fast lap will obviously record in that middle section. The head-to-head is just me against me, so at the minute I'm winning. And then the lap time counter you see on the left hand side there. So yeah, and if you want to see what this looks like in comms, guys, I do have a few previous videos with me using Racelabs in it for comms, and I'd recommend anybody use it. As I say, there's the free version as well as the paid version. The paid version for €4 a month is way worth it. And again, they do not sponsor me, but it's just, I do believe in supporting people that work their asses off, make some great software with assisting games, and this is definitely one of them for overlays, especially for commentary as well. It just looks super clean. So we'll go back into the pits this lap just to show you again what the pit box looks like there. It just says out lap as well, which is handy. But yeah, honestly, for me, Racelabs is one of the best things. I'm still not a fan of that number going across the very top. That's why I never used it in the first place. I'll break way too late there. That's what happens when I'm looking up, guys. And I keep it in the video because it's me. But yeah, honestly, for me, the best overlay setup around. And the guys work do brilliant. And there we go. Yeah, for me, it's a very handy and useful tool with so much information on it if you're a big sim nerd. And even for commentary, there's so much information in it. With the commentary though, it'd be a lot cleaner. What I might do is actually, if someone's a motorbike going by there, is I might just do a quick run over what a commentary looks like. I'll jump into a random lobby and come back in here now in a second with the joys of editing. Now guys, this is the joys of editing. So I've now made it a much cleaner looking overlay for doing commentary on solely now. With my broadcasting tool open, I can jump through all the different cameras. I know the leader's on the final lap here now. We can look at this battle, and you're going to see then, look at that, it's super close between the two of them guys. And then if I jump on to second position, it shows then third in the head-to-head. And he's going for the move up the inside and he gets it done. This is on the last lap, which is brilliant. But also you get to see all of the information, the relative working as it should. It's absolutely a phenomenal app, guys, and I highly recommend it. Yeah, so thanks again for watching. I hope you don't mind my video style now. It's very casual. I'm kind of showing you as I do. I'm not going to edit it and make it look like a prim and proper production, because we're all normal people. You can pause this, go back, look, and you know, get a feel for yourself. But for me, it's by far one of the best overlay apps out there, and also great for information when you're driving. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great evening. My next tutorial will be on my broadcasting tool. So have a great day, guys. Take care.